Hello everyone, this is the fourth part in our tutorial series about Blender Basics. Hope you had fun with my latest challenge. Today we're gonna have a look at materials. For this, we're gonna switch to the camera view using this toggle button, and we're gonna work from this point of view. And then I'm also gonna switch to the next shading mode, which is called Material Preview. This uses a uniform lighting in the scene so that we can focus on materials only. Because we are gonna use this dice today, we first need to make it selectable by enabling it on the first collection. Now we can select it, and so that we are not disturbed by the gizmo, we're gonna switch to the selection tool. Then the materials controls are in this part of the software, which is called the property panels. There's a lot of it inside, so don't be afraid. We're only gonna use a few of them. The materials are in the material properties tab. If I click on it, I can see two main things. The first one is at the top. It's a list of one or more materials assigned to the selected object, and below are the settings you can tweak to modify the material. To make it simple, we are only gonna use three settings, which are the base color, the metallic slider, and the roughness slider. But first, we're gonna have a look at this list. On the right, you've got a plus and a minus button to remove or to add a slot to this list. I'm gonna remove them using the minus button. You can see that even though there is no material assigned to this object, it still appears white, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see it. Now, if I add a new slot, it is first empty, so next I can either create a new material or choose an existing one in this drop-down list. I'm gonna use the red dice material, and then I'm gonna add a second slot and fill it with the previous material we had, which is the dice ropes. You can see that the materials aren't assigned properly. To revert back to where we were, we can use a combination of keys on our keyboard, which is Ctrl plus Z, and if you press several times on it, it will revert back as much step as we need to where we were. Now, I'm only gonna modify a red material called dice, and first I'm gonna modify the base color. This is the color of the object. You can go from red to something like a light blue, and you can see that all the dices change their colors. This is because they all use the same material. In order to assign a unique material to this dice, we can use this button, which will duplicate the material and assign it only to the selected object. Now we have our copy. I'm gonna rename it like dice green, for example, and modify its color to a slightly greenish color. This is it. Next, let's have a look at the metallic parameter. This determines if the surface of the material is either electric or dielectric. Because a material can't be both at the same time, this value is either close to 0 or close to 1. If I drag the slider to 1, you can see that the dice appears like it is more metallic. Before we modify the roughness slider, I'm gonna bring a few dices from the background close to this dice to improve the scene. For that, I'm gonna use tools we've already seen, like the navigation tools and the manipulation tools. Let's select a few dices, bring them closer to the green one. To move my view close to where they are, I'm going to use a tool we've already seen as well, which is View, Navigation, and Zoom Region, so that I can see them closer. And now I'm going to transform the dices on the side, make them a bit smaller to fit in the scene. Okay, for getting closer to the scene now, I'm going to modify the roughness parameter of the green dice. This determines the roughness of the surface. The rougher it is, the more blurry the reflection will be, until they almost look like they disappeared. If I switch to 0, meaning the surface will be very perfectly flat, it will act as a mirror. See that we can now see the environment reflected on the green dice. At this stage, I have no more surprises for you, no more challenge, but the next step of this tutorial is about lighting. For that, we're going to switch to the latest shading mode, which is the rendered shading mode, and this shows an overview of the final calculations. It is slightly lit by the environment so that we can see something. And now, to add a light, simply use the 3D viewport menu, go to Add, Light, and choose Point. Points lead the scene in every direction. I'm gonna set up the light so that it is lighting the scene from the front, just like that. Once the light is selected, you might have noticed that you've got another tab available in the property panel, which is the light settings, where you can change the light color and its power, for example. Now I'm gonna add 2 more lights. One that I'm gonna place on this side, and I'm just gonna change its color to a slight blue. And the last one that I'm gonna add behind the object to act as a rim light. Let's see it from the camera perspective. I'm gonna just modify that a bit. The next step is not a challenge again, but how to render your scene now that you've done all these steps. To do that, it's simple. Just use Blender menu, which is at the far top, click on Render and Render Image. This will start the process of calculating the image to its final stage. Once it is done, you can simply go to Image, Save Image, and then give it a name. And save it. This almost concludes this tutorial series about Blender basics. Hope I'll see you in the next tutorial. Have a good time, have fun. Bye.